Greetings, everyone. So, the wonderful government in the United Kingdom has now made it much easier to be promiscuous without consequences, has made it much easier to fornicate without consequences. They've made it easier, and I say easier because it's already easy, but they've made it even easier to have consequence-free sex and not have to worry about a pregnancy. How have they done this? Well, they've done this by making what's commonly known as the morning after pill available to buy over the counter without any problems from your local pharmacy. The morning after pill works in preventing a pregnancy by essentially delaying or preventing the release of an egg from the ovaries, called ovulation. So some may say this is actually better than women having abortions. If people take this so-called morning after pill, they are simply preventing a pregnancy from beginning, an unwanted pregnancy. They are not killing an unborn child, so it's something that we shouldn't really be concerned about as much. But we are, because what they're actually doing is they are closing the act of sex to life. And that is one of the key components of what sex between a husband and wife is supposed to do. It's supposed to produce life. That isn't the only thing. It of course draws the husband and wife closer to each other, but they are supposed to remain open to life, i.e. not find a way to make it impossible for a life to come about from that act. And this is of course what the morning after pill contraceptive pill is designed to do. Here's an article about it in the BBC stating that women across England are going to be able to get the morning after pill for free from pharmacies later this year, the government has said. Emergency contraception is already free of charge from most GPs and sexual health clinics, but ministers say getting it at pharmacies is kind of a postcode lottery, so it essentially depends on where you live as to whether you can actually get this, with some councils funding free prescriptions while elsewhere women pay up to £30. How outrageous. This move will hopefully free up GP appointments and reduce the inequalities faced by women trying to access the medication in disadvantaged communities. And then it goes on to sort of explain what it is. Emergency contraception is medication designed to prevent unwanted pregnancies, i.e. close off the possibility of life being born from the sexual act. In other words, going against God's design. God gave us this gift and he said with this gift you can procreate, and we're saying we'll take the gift, thank you very much, but procreation, nah, it's okay. We don't want any of that. It's inconvenient. It says it usually has to be taken within 3 to 5 days of having unprotected sex, but the sooner it's taken, the more effective it is. Making the morning after pill available through the NHS at pharmacies will end the unfair barriers some women face when needing to access it, according to the government. The health minister said equal access to safe and effective contraception is crucial to women's healthcare and a cornerstone of a fair society. This is the cornerstone of a fair society. Isn't it so ironic how people believe they're doing something good and they're actually doing something atrocious? They are ripping the very moral fabric of this country to pieces. But they believe it's a cornerstone of a fair society. Women across England face an unfair postcode lottery, there's that word again, when seeking emergency contraception, with access varying dramatically depending on where they live, said the health minister. The National Pharmacy Association welcomed the move, adding it represented good news for patients and pharmacies alike. But it added it was important the NHS fully reimburses pharmacies or time taken to conduct consultations required before pills can be dispensed. So they want their money. Even though women are going to be getting this service for free, the pharmacies still want their money. And this free contraception is set to be available later on this year. Let me read you this little thing from the NHS website about what this emergency contraceptive pill is, in brackets morning after pill, as it says on their website. The emergency contraceptive pill, sometimes called the morning after pill, often called the morning after pill, can stop a pregnancy happening after sex without contraception or if contraception fails. Here's another key thing. You need to take it within 3 or 5 days after sex. It also said that in the other article. Depending on the type of pill, and of course, as the other article also said, the sooner you take an emergency pill, as it's known, the more likely it is to work. You can get emergency contraceptive pills from most sexual health clinics, GP surgeries, and pharmacies, and soon you will be able to get them from pharmacies around the country for free, literally just by asking for it. You would like that? Thank you very much. And it says below that, the emergency pill doesn't stop you getting or passing on sexually transmitted infections, STIs. I remember them being called STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, but now it seems they perhaps don't like the term disease, prefer infection. I don't know why, but that's certainly what they're calling it here in the UK, STIs. It says use a condom whenever you have sex to help protect you and your partner against STIs, including HIV. What wonderful advice there from our trusty NHS, National Health Service. Aren't they lovely? Aren't the government lovely? Don't they care so much for people, and especially for women? And aren't the NHS so great with the advice they give? Make sure you use a condom when having sex with your partner. As I said before, people who think they're doing good and they are doing the complete opposite. So morally bankrupt it hurts. And yet they stand there proudly thinking they're doing good for their fellow human beings. So that's the latest news out of the UK. The government is to make promiscuous sex even more consequence-free, where you can just freely prevent a pregnancy. Because as I said before, it's kind of inconvenient, isn't it? You're trying to have fun here, and then you don't want some baby turning up in your stomach, do you, if you're a girl? Folks, if you're in the UK, let me know what you think about this new government decision. And even if you're outside the UK, let me know what you think about this. And also let me know how things look over where you live in your country. Is it also possible to get this morning after pill for free whenever you like? Or are there slightly more strict rules where you live? Do let me know in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching the video, and have yourselves a blessed day.